we don't. But I'd like to state here that prior now, in this country, there are over 10,000, if not 15,000 vehicles that are running on CNG and auto gas, predominantly in Edo State by NIPCO, and of course in Lagos State. So those even in Abuja here right now, there are some fuel stations that have auto gas dispensers. So what we did as part of a strategic shift to make sure that we have this in place, the Prime Minister, of course, working with the NNPC, the GMB, NNPC, Melekari, and his team, is to use government-owned refueling stations, NNPC retail refueling stations, 46 of them across the country for the co-location of this product. And so now we're trying to have a pilot for the rollout, which the Honourable Minister will come up with in Q4 2020. So when this rollout comes up, the second phase will be to make sure that these products are in all NNPC stations, and so anybody can drive into any of these stations. And as well, now beyond doing that with NNPC stations, we're equally engaging the investors, the likes of MOMAN, DABMA, IBMAN, NATO, and National Road Transport Workers, and all the critical stakeholders in this way. We've not rested on our oars. Now the idea is this: we want them to see the big picture coming, to say, this is your business running fuel stations. This is your business supplying a petroleum product. So we needed to key into this new business, which has a lot of investment opportunities, so that when people begin to buy gas that is cheaper and they don't buy your petrol, you don't run out of business. So you too need to begin to see that picture and key into this and begin to do that co-location in your fuel station. So as we speak today, across the country, our stakeholders are beginning to get the products and making sure that they do have this co-location even during the rollout. So it's going to be in phases. We cannot get it 100%, we must say that. And the other minister said, look, let's get it going, let's push it in to make sure that these products are there in NNPC stations and, of course, with the third-party stations. Now, in terms of converting your vehicle, which is another one, so what Nigerians will say, how do I convert my vehicle? Where do I go to? So for every fueling station, including an NNPC station, the idea is that you drive in and you get your vehicle converted, and it takes minimum of around 6.5 hours to 7 hours, because they check the vehicle to see that it's fit for conversion. They do the testing, and after that, you get certified, and then you can start running on dual fuel. So that's how far we've gone. We've equally looked at, maybe I'll pause if you have another question. We looked at safety issues.
We'll talk about that when we, in the customer.
Perfect, exactly. Yes. So I'm just trying to give a high-level summary of the whole gamut of the auto gas scheme. Yes. So we looked at safety issues. We looked at concerns people have with gas explosion. We've had issues about cylinders exploding. And that takes us to issues around substandard products coming into the country. So all of those are being handled by the National Gas Expansion Program, the brainchild and flagship program of the Honourable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources. Now, to take one step.
You know what? Yes, we're going to have to pause you. Yeah, we're going to have to pause you so that we can bring our viewers can also catch their breath and then listen to the other guests who's here with us in the studios.
Yes, Mr. Dixon, the ambition to drive the diversification of the application of gas to Nigerians, and the Minister of State even started with his ministry, converting cars to gas and all that. I believe there must have been a survey, a research to, test the acceptability of gas in Nigeria. So when do you think, you are doing it already, and when do you think Nigerians can key into it? As the process is so long, when will we start fully using it? And what is the advantages of using auto gas now?
Well, the advantages of using auto gas, just like Derefaka said, is enormous. We that fabricate LPG tanks, CNG tanks, and what have you, pressure tanks, we have the human capacity to support this venture. But just like he has rightly said, there's infrastructural deficit that has to do with the mechanics of getting that done. When we talk about the human knowledge, we have the capacity to support and to get it achieved. So, the issue of Safety, just as he said, though we've not got there yet, has to do with the integrity of the facilities that we use. We have good fabricators of LPG tanks, and so far, almost most of us, the LPG tanks fabricated here in Nigeria is as good as any you get outside the country. They are mostly of ASME standard. We have the regulatory authorities here in Nigeria like Standard Organization of Nigeria. We equally have the DPRO that comes into some of our facilities without any prompting, just to come and see and oversee